Hello, Flosstube. Welcome back to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Welcome if you're new. My name is Denise, and this is a channel about cross stitch and crafting. Today's video is going to be a WIP Parade, and if you're new here, WIP stands for Works in Progress. I have many, and I'm going to share all of them with you today. At last count, which I do believe was at the end of the year of 2023, I believe I had 68 WIPs. I have not counted since then, but I have had a few new starts. So, we are going to go ahead and go through these WIPs, but before we get started, it's been about a month since my last regular Flosstube, so I just wanted to give a very quick update on what has been going on around here since then. Today is February 23rd, Friday, February 23rd. The month is not yet over, but this month has been completely full. My heart is full. My soul is full. So, let's see. Okay. We have a baby. We have a baby. Okay, my daughter gave birth to the most beautiful baby granddaughter, and her name is Kyra Danielle, and I will insert pictures where appropriate as I go through the video. And Kyra is doing just fine. Mommy is doing just fine, and her sister, Maya, her 15-year-old sister, Maya, is doing just fine. We're all absolutely head over heels in love, and I don't have words. I was there I was at the hospital when she gave birth. She actually had a C-section. And so Maya was at school. We got Maya from school to the hospital. And I will insert at the end the video of Maya meeting her sister for the first time. I could watch that video over and over again. And so the plan was that I was going to go home. I was going to take Maya home that night, and then she would just leave for school in the morning because a neighbor does take her to school at this time. But we decided, okay, so they made the biggest mistake of asking us if we were going to stay. So we were like, yep, we're going to stay. So I thought that was really interesting. We spent the night at the hospital, and so we all had a lot of bonding time, and I'm just so thrilled. I'm just so thrilled, and I'm sure you guys are going to hear a lot more about it as we go along. Okay, what else happened? Before she gave birth, we went shopping in IKEA, and if you have an IKEA that you go to, you know that it can be sort of a day outing. So that was good. We walked my daughter around IKEA, and that was a lot of fun. I thankfully only came out of there with one item, so I'm happy about that. Let's see what else. I actually have my calendar right here because I write everything in my calendar, and this is helping me to remember all these things that went on. I had a day where, well, it was more than a day. It was like 3 days. I had a headache and I couldn't shake it. And I just didn't understand what was going on. So I actually went to the ER Turns out they say it was migraine. So, okay, I feel better now. So that's over. We then, oh, it was, Desiree's birthday was on the 7th. So, we celebrated her birthday that Saturday by going to a place called Craven Caribbean. And it is sort of like an off-site kitchen is the best way I know to describe it. They don't have an actual location, but they share this kitchen space with other restaurants. I that's the best way I know how to describe it. And it was very good the way things worked. You order online and then they call you to let you know your food is ready. And just to give you an idea of why we went there, my daughter ordered, Desiree ordered an oxtail cheesesteak, okay? Yeah, like when we discovered this place online, we knew immediately that was somewhere we needed to go. And she immediately was like, I need to have that for my birthday. So she had an oxtail cheesesteak, which was delicious. I ordered fried jerk chicken wings. Okay, guys, I know, we all know I'm not supposed to be doing the fried things at my age, but that's why I don't do that when I'm at home. I only do that when I go out, and it's usually like I go out, and it's like, okay, give me fried this and fried that. Okay, so I had fried jerk chicken wings, which I would absolutely have again. They were so good. And I'm going to tell you honestly, I'm not that big a fan of like jerk chicken. But fry it up and I'm all about it. Okay. So fry it up. They also sampled they were oxtail, macaroni and cheese, egg rolls. Very interesting concept. I could take it or leave it. They weren't bad at all. It's just, wasn't my favorite thing to eat. I'm not a mac and cheese, no. But anyway, so we went there. We had a great time. She really enjoyed her dinner, and yeah, so we got that done. Then there was Super Bowl. I didn't have a team. But I did choose to root for the 49ers, and of course that didn't happen, but I thought it was like a great game. I did a whole lot of yelling and hooping and hollering, and it was just so much fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. And halftime was off the chain. Let's see. So then Kyra was born on the 13th. And I spent, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I spent 6 days with them in total. I did leave Angel at home, so I did come back in between to make sure that he was okay and had food and such. And he did really well, considering I don't think I've ever left him at home for that period of time before. He did really well. Let's see, what else did we, boy. Yeah, that was a lot. Oh. I also, besides the stitching, I think I have already told you guys that I've gotten myself back into crochet, thanks to Kyra, because I can't have a baby coming and I don't make a blanket. So I finished the blanket, and I will insert a picture of it here. And I made a hat for Maya. She requested that I make her a beanie. Honestly, I don't think she's ever worn the beanie yet, but, you know, let's suffice it to say I made it. Okay? Okay, so I made a hat for Maya. I'll insert a photo of that here. And then right over here, we have Timmy the T-Rex. I think it's Timmy. Timmy the T-Rex that Desiree requested that I make for Kyra, and it's the colors of her blanket. So I did that for her. I'm really happy about that. I will be delivering this to them soon. I think he's really, really cute. And then she also wanted one for her best friend who recently had a child, a little boy. And so I'm making another one in green with blue stripes. And so I'm kind of obsessed. And so I'm getting more and more obsessed with crochet, guys. And as I said, I usually stitch during the day and then I pick up the crochet at night. So that's how we're going with that. I think that I have caught you up on everything. That only took like 11 minutes. So I hope you're okay with that. All right. So my WIPs are in 3 different locations in this craft room. And I do that purposefully. And so I'm going to try to just do each section at a time. This is going to be a long video, guys. There will be, I'm sure, there will be interruptions and so forth. But I am going to attempt to keep the video itself seamless for you. I think it's much more enjoyable that way. And so let me just show you over there. I have my WIPs that are in fancy bags. Okay. Then in this, I'm going to turn the camera. I never do this. In this cabinet, I have, matter of fact, I'm going to open it. I have two containers of WIPs that are just like in regular bags. So I'll do those next. I'm going to do the fancy bags first. I'm going to do the regular bags next. And then over here by the window, I have, this is supposed to be my weekly rotation. The bin in the back is supposed to be this is my weekly rotation. And this is my current rotation, the way it stands now. So we're going to do that last, and that's going to bring us up to date with everything that I am working on. Now, I think that I've been keeping pretty good records of what I've been doing. And so I'll give you the information where I have it. If I don't have the information, we're just going to keep on moving on. What else? I think that's all that I have to tell you as we prepare for this WIP parade. So are you ready? Let's chat. So as I said, these WIPs are not in any real particular order, such as like by date or that I started or anything. It's simply by location. So the very first WIP we have here is in this really cute lemon bag. And so because of the bag, I know that this is a fat quarter shop WIP. And this is Citrus Summer by Fat Quarter Shop. And here it is. It's by It's So Emma Fat Quarter Shop. I'm going to move that. Okay. And here it is. As you can see, I don't have that much more to do on it before it's done. I started this in August of 2022. It's being stitched on 14 count curved tile Ada by Fabric Flare, and it's using all of the called for DMC. Okay. So that is WIP number 1. Oh, I didn't bring the chair over. Excuse me a minute. Okay. I have to have some place for my WIPs to land when I finish sharing them with you. Okay, this one is in a project bag that I made myself. I quilted it. It was my first attempt. It was one of my first attempts at making project bags. I kind of like it, but I'm not, you know, it would take a lot more practice, I think, for me to make more of those. Okay. Next up is the Freedom Motif Sampler by Shaded Stitchery. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I started this in June of 2023. And it is being stitched on 32 count Lugana Bee's Knees by Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabrics. Look at that. It's beautiful and I love it. And I honestly don't think I have any WIPs that I don't love. If that happens, I'll tell you. I'm using all the called for DMC. Okay. And although I don't want to, you know, rush through this WIP Parade, I don't want to over linger either. Okay. Another mesh bag from Fat Quarter Shop. And in it is Haunted Halloween. And this was a stitch along, a Fat Quarter Shop stitch along, Haunted Halloween. And again, I love it. So I don't even know why I bothered to say that, because I just do. And this is being stitched on 14 count pistachio. Okay, I got it open in a second. 14 count pistachio Ada by Fiber on a Whim. I love this fabric so much. Using all of the called for DMC. And if you know me, you know I'm all about the bats. Just, oh. Yes. Yes. I say yes. Again and again. Yes. Okay. What do we have next? Next up, Fat Quarter Shop bag. Halloween. Nice, right? Fat Quarter Shop, nice project bag here. And I am not sure if I have one or it's more projects in here, so bear with me as I try to figure it out. There's an awful lot of fabric in this bag. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, okay. We're going to have to remedy that situation, I believe. Let's see. Okay. Bear with me, guys. This is very interesting. Okay. I have in here, I don't know what I have in here. I have, let's say I have no card. So that happened. Is it just the one? No. See? Okay. The first one I have is Halloween Town. And I unfortunately only have a black and white photo of it. But I love it because look at the houses in the back. Absolutely love it. Now, this cannot be real, but I think it is. I just don't even want to show. I don't even want to show it to you. But anyway, here we go. Yeah. What was I thinking? I have, no, like I said, I have no card. This is a beautiful fabric. I'm not even sure what it's called. Wait, here we go. Nope. Nope, that's not helping. Okay, guys, here it is, though. Halloween Town. And I have this beautiful floss box. Halloween Town floss box, which I love, which contains all of the flosses. And yeah, needless to say, I need to get back to I had no idea that that's all I did. But I'm sure I did this before I switched up how I do my rotation, because that is no longer acceptable to me as a start on a project. I'm sure there'll be more like that, but that is no longer acceptable to me. I need to put several days into a project before I can say it's a start now. Okay, so the next one that's in this bag is Spookography. Gosh, I'm really hoping that I have stitches in on this. I think I do, but I'm not certain. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is so strange. I may put this to the side so that I could put them in separate bags. Guys, look at the start. Nope. Unacceptable. Nope. This is not working for me. This is not working for me. So we're going to have to switch things up a little bit. I actually have the fabric for this in this bag. Sometimes you really just wonder, what was I thinking? Because I have no clue what I was thinking. But I'm going to tell you what. This is now getting put aside so that we can get a whole new project bag situation going with this. Okay, you go over there, and you can be in this bag alone. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, next up. This is a beautiful project bag that I got from my good friend Pat. So pretty. And in it, I could tell is a Barbara Anna. It's the Barbara Anna Stitch Along With Me Mystery Sal. And I know that I feel that I figured out what the actual name of this is. I hope I wasn't showing the chart this whole time. And of course I don't have a card. I do have a notation of it elsewhere. But that's about all I could share with you as far as the cover photo goes. If I can find one, if I can find a cover photo, I'll insert it while we're talking about what's going on. Or we're talking about the particulars. Because first of all, look at this fabric. Do I have the name? This is 32 count. Sorry, guys. 32 count Azure Blue Lugana by Zweigart. And this is how far I've got. Do I have to say I love it? I don't think I have to say I love it. But I do. Yeah. Gorgeous. So yeah, you know, I have work to do. I have to put project cards in my projects, which I thought I had project cards in my projects, and I don't know. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. Next is another beautiful project bag by my friend Pat. She sent me a bunch of them at one time, and it was delightful. It was just so delightful. Look, a project card. This is Christmas Alphabet Ornaments by Barbara Sestock, which came from the Across Stitch Christmas book, the 2000 edition, the year 2000, which I collect those books. I've paused because they're starting to get like way, way, way expensive now. So I'm kind of thinking about, okay, when is going to be a good time for me to continue the collection? Anyway, I started this July 2020, and then I restarted it September 2021. And the reason for the restart is because I originally made this. This is a finish, but I originally did this on perforated plastic. That's the letter A, which is angel. I did it on perforated plastic, and then I decided I wanted to do them on fabric. So I restarted it on fabric, and then I'm pretty sure this is the B that I started. Okay, we'll get back to those. There's 26 letters. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. And, yeah. Yeah, I don't have a photo. Sorry, guys. I don't have a photo. I consider myself to be so organized. It's so funny. It's good until you change your strategy every 5 minutes. Okay, this is another beautiful bag by Pat, my good friend. It's just beautiful. Wait a minute. This bag is not by Pat. I made this bag. Look at that. I made this bag, guys. All of a sudden, I recognized the fabric. Okay, so there's that. And so this only works really well for me if I have a project card. I don't understand what's happening. Anyway, this is the Letters to Santa Stitch Along by Backwater Shop. Cute, right? Trust me, I don't think I got very much done on this at all. Nope. Like I said, it just helps me to understand how I came to doing my rotation the way I do it now, because these things are just unacceptable to me. Okay, it's better than nothing. It's better than some. So that's my start on that. I don't have the information here with me when I started it, because I don't have a project card in the bag. So there's that. Letters to Santa. Those of you who have been with me for a really long time probably already know that the thing that I like to stitch the most is Christmas. So I've got a lot of Christmas whips. A lot. Okay, the next one is in a bag by me. Look at that beautiful bag. Look at that with the quilting. Yes. It would be so nice if I could really just do these professionally. But like I said, that takes practice, and I'm just not there yet. So, let's see if there's a project card. I am like blown away by the fact that I really thought I had project cards in the majority of these, and it's turning out that I don't. So anyway, this one is African Woman with Peonies 2, which was charted by Artisy. The artist is adapted from artwork by Frederick Bazille. And I started this because when I saw this chart, I immediately said, she reminds me of me. And I started this for my late husband. This was to be his. And as you can see, it's full coverage. And I have a new plan for how I'm dealing with new coverage. So, new coverage. With full coverage. So, I'm okay with that. And this is how far I've gotten so far. I'm stitching this along with Colleen and Sarah. Colleen, the highway stitcher, and Sarah stitching mommy. So I think I've made good progress. I did this gridding myself, which I am not confident about whatsoever. But I will get back to that. And when I do, I hope to devote some real time to it. It deserves it. Next up in the arsenal, beautiful bag by my friend Pat. Right? Okay. And I have a project card. This is fabulous. I'm going to tell you this before. This is Mickey's Coffee. Full coverage. Started this with my bestie. You know who you are. And the reason I'm making such a big deal about it is because I know that she has ditched this project. She ditched it. But it's okay. I won't take it personally. I'm not taking it personally. She ditched it. I plan to continue stitching on it someday. However, this is only how far I got. Maybe that's why she ditched it. I don't know. But I'm stitching this on. Hold on. Here we go. This is by Xana Cross Stitch on Etsy. I'm stitching it on 18 count oatmeal Aida. There's another person who's stitching this along with us, and so I'm going to have to check with her to see if she's still stitching it. And we started this on December 1st of 2021. Yeah. Okay. Mickey's Coffee. It holds a special place in my heart. The person of who I'm speaking knows very well that I'm speaking of her, and I will definitely tag her in this video. Next up is another Halloween bag from Backwater Shop. Right? Let's see what lives in here. Let's see. I hope I have a project card. It doesn't look like it. Oh boy. I'm not even sure that I have a cover photo. You know, I know that I've been going through some tough times. I know that. And so I'm giving myself grace as far as what I do have and what I don't have. Okay, here's a good photo of it. This is Fright Night at Backwater Shop. Here's a good photo. Isn't that good? This is good. This is good. And so, yeah. Let's see how far I got. I don't know when I started it. The chart says 2020. So I'm assuming that's what it was. This is Hazy Gray, 14 count Aida Hazy Gray by Fabric Flair. And this is how far I got. That's not bad at all. You know, I had to get that bat in, and I am not mad at that spider. Not at all. Not at all. So, yeah. I got some good whips here, y'all. I am so happy. I'll put all that back together. Yep. And then we have, I just have a project bag that has nothing in it because, yeah, I just haven't found a project that I wanted to put in it yet. Let's leave it at that. Now, here's another mesh bag, big, giant, fancy mesh bag from Fat Quarter Shop. And let's see what's in it. Project card. Okay. Vintage Housewife by Lori Hope. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. This was a year-long stitch-along, and I, of course, didn't do very well because I just don't. And I hadn't switched my rotation around while I was working on this, and so I didn't get as far as I wanted to. So I'm stitching it on 25 count Cloud Lugana using DMC threads that I did convert to look more like I wanted them to look. I wanted more pink and red and less teal. So that's where we are on that. This was fun. Oh, I'm getting warm. I get warm every time I do a Flosstube. I think it's because I'm excited. I think that's what happens. I get excited. And yeah, so that's that. Vintage Housewife. I'm trying not to show the charts, but somehow it's happening anyway. Okay. Next fancy bag is also from my friend Pat. I told you guys she sent me a bunch. She sent me a bunch of them at one time, and I was like just so thrilled. And so this is the No More sampler by Birdie's Crossing. Sorry about that. I'm stitching it on 16 count white Aida. I started it for Black Sampler November in 2021. I started, yes, November 2021. And I'm just using 310 black. And that's how far I got. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yes. So, we've got that. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Next up, a Fat Quarter Shop mesh bag. Pretty pink mesh bag. Just in case you didn't know, you can stitch on these, guys. Okay, so what this is so funny. Okay, at least this project card. This is Nativity Sheep by Ursula Michaels. And it's from a book called Ornaments Galore. And so I have a picture of here. It's a picture of the actual sheep is here. Oh, guys, I crack myself up. I do. And I'm stitching it on 18 count black Aida. And that's how far I got. That's how far I got. So I put this up behind it. Okay, it'll be done. It'll be done. I don't know. I don't know how many days I gave myself. I don't know. But we're doing better because we have a better plan now. The plan is better. Okay, so that's from that Ornaments Galore. Can I say when I started that? I started that April 2023. Not bad. next up is I believe, oh my gosh, I think this bag is from Corey Creates, and I believe I won it in a giveaway, right? Very pretty, very pretty. And the project inside is Stronger Together, which is a Backwater Shop Black History Month stitch along. I started it February 1st, 2023. I'm stitching it on 14 count Navy Ada using the Call for DMC. And, wait, let me show you the picture of it first. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is how far I've gotten. Nice. I'm trying so hard not to say repeatedly, I need to get back to that. Because I just think it's obvious that I need to get back to it. Oh boy. I knew this was going to be very entertaining for me. I hope you're just as entertained as I am at this point. Okay, this beautiful bag is from Shelly, who just changed her channel name to Serendipity Stitcher. No, Serenity Stitcher. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love it so much. It's like constantly in rotation because I love it so much. So in here is Love Potion by Backwater Shop. And I'm looking for a photo of it. Okay. Maybe it's in here. Just give me 1 second. Somehow, I'm not sure. Nah, I don't think so. Maybe not. And now here I go, taking up all of your time. I'm so sorry. The only thing I have... Oh. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. That is just beautiful in every way. I love the color scheme. Yeah, I'm all about it. And so I am stitching it on 25 count white Lugana 1/1. I decided to do this 1/1 because I have been stitching on 25 count 2/2. And to me, it was just, it was bigger and bolder than I wanted things to be. So I thought, let me just try the 25 count 1/1. And I am in love with it. And I am using the Call for Classic Colorworks threads. Look at that. It's just, I love it. I love the way that looks. I love the way that looks. Yeah, love it. So, yeah. I love my whips, guys. Can I just say I love my whips? Okay, what do we have next? We still have more fancy bags, I am sure. Another mesh Backwater Shop bag. And in this is Winter Tranquility by Twin Peak Primitives. And I just have a black and white photo of it. But I absolutely love this. It really is like such a calm winter scene. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Silver Moon Lugana with the Cardboard DMC. And I seem to gravitate towards Silver Moon Lugana for my winter stitches. And this is how far I got. There it is. I love that cardinal and that tree. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yep. So, that's Winter Tranquility, Twin Peak Primitives. And the next fancy bag is another Fat Quarter Shop bag with little polka dots and such. And this, what is in here is Summer Home. I'm trying to find, I don't have a card. It's okay. It's Summer Home. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Except I think this might be the one that I made some changes to. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. This looks like 14 count Ada. Ah, this is that Thin White Pine Board by Fabric Flare. And here is where I am. And so, yes, as you can see, what I've done is I've changed the color of the house to yellow because I didn't want a teal house. Everything else is fine with me. I just didn't want a teal house. And I love the yellow. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, there we go. Here we go. And I also have with that one of these floss boxes, which I also love. Yep, Summer Home. Summer Home. Okay. The next fancy bag, this is the last fancy bag, okay? And this was also made by my friend Pat. Thank you, Pat. Nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. And in this bag is no card. Okay. It is a Stony Creek pattern that I started stitching this for my son, my oldest son. And I started it so long ago. And then I decided you need to pick that back up and finish it. I think when I was initially working on it, I don't think I was okay with the Ada, but now I'm okay with it. So I don't know what that was about. So it's in this book by Stony Creek, book number 473, Timeless Wisdom. And the one I'm doing is the very first one in the book, because that's how we used to roll. That's how we used to roll. You get a book, you stitch them one after the other. And then when you're done, you get another book. Okay, so I'm stitching this one, When You Are Kind. I'm stitching that one. And here is where I am so far. Almost done. It's almost done. It's almost done. I really like it. I like the changes, the floss changes. Yeah, so it won't be, I don't have much more on that to do. And, you know, considering I've been working on it for years. Yeah. It might be my oldest WIP. It might be my oldest WIP. Okay, so that's it with the fancy bags. So now we're going to move on to regular mesh bags. So yeah, I just called them mesh bags, but I don't think, they're not really mesh. They're plastic. They're plastic. And I have 2 bins of these. So, yeah. Let's just rock and roll. Let's rock and roll. Let's start with this one. Let's start with this one. This is Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt for Fat Quarter Shop. I started this in June of 2021. And I'm stitching it on 25 count Lugana in the color Barley. And of course, I love this. And the thing that stands out the most about it is that it just doesn't seem like when you go in, which I'm going to show you the cover photo of it. It's like when you go in, you really don't realize how much stitching there is in these flowers. There's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I am determined to continue. I'm pretty sure that I'm using the, yes, it's the call for DMC. Let me see. This probably goes this way. Okay, there we go. There we go. So yeah, I'll continue working on it until it's done. It's gorgeous. I love it. Yep. Flea Market Flowers. Okay. The next one is Kaleidoscope by Fat Quarter Shop. Lori Holt for Fat Quarter Shop. And this is in, this can be found in the Kaleidoscope quilt book. And it is a cross-stitch chart within this book. And here are a couple of possible suggested color colorways that you can stitch it in. And I chose to stitch it on 16 count Aida. I had to, for some reason, write down 2 strands. It's probably white, it's just white Aida. And I'm using 2 DMCs, but I'm also using 1 Leo and Roxy floss in the colorway Vixen, which is this, which I'm obsessed with. This color Vixen. And that's how far I've got. So yeah, just another beautiful chart waiting for me to finish. Yep. I told you 16 count Aida, I think. So that one put away. The next WIP is this yellow bag. I don't even know where that came from. This is Santa Snack by Madam Ice, which I don't think I have a cover photo of, but if I find one in my phone, which I think I have one in my phone, I'll insert it here. And I am stitching it on 28 count wheat Lugana with the mostly called for DMC. I think I made some changes somewhere along the line. What I mostly remember changing is this cookie is supposed to be a chocolate chip cookie, and I made a mistake with the colors, so now it's a chocolate macadamia nut cookie. So there. He's almost done. He's almost done. I just need to get back to it. But I love him. It's funny that I sometimes think about how I have so many enormous projects, and that's why I don't have that many finishes. But as you can see, I have some smalls too. I just need to sit down and stitch on them. Next up is Dreaming of Klimt by Barbara Anna Designs. And here she is. This is what she's going to look like when she's done. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes. I'm stitching this on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha Ada. Really? I didn't even know I owned such a thing. 20 count Vintage Country Mocha Ada. Okay. And I started in the middle, and I wrote down that I'm using 2 strands of floss, and this is how far I got. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna say it. And I don't even know why I started in the middle, because look at all this fabric. I don't even think it's that big. Anyway, that's Dreaming of Klimt, Barbara Anna Designs. I love me some Barbara Anna. I would like to stitch like everything that Barbara Anna ever created. There's that. Yep. Next up is Home Sweet Home. It's So Emma for Fat Quarter Shop. This is really cute too. Home Sweet Home. I love stitching houses in a mostly in like a whimsical way. Home Sweet Home. And let's see if I can figure out what I'm stitching it on. 14 count Ada. Yes, I know, but what color is it? I don't know. I don't know the color, but it's 14 count Ada. Oh boy. Here's my start. I just don't even understand what I'm thinking. What I was thinking. Whatever it was doing me no justice. And it was doing my projects no justice. And so, we've changed everything around. So, not acceptable any longer. Nope. Be sure when I pick it up again, there's going to be a lot more done on there. Okay, next is, oh, this looks like a real good one. This is the Christmas Eve sampler by Joan Elliott, which is going to look like this when it's done. I love it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It barely gets any better than that, I tell you. And I'm stitching it on 14 count Christmas Red Ada using DMC Black number 310. And I've put in some Kreinik already. This is how far I've gotten. And it is a beauty, and I love it so much. I love it. Ah! I can't wait to get back to that. Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, and I started that April of 2021. All right. This one. Doesn't seem like I have a project card. It's very annoying to me. Okay, let me see if I can figure out what this is. This is the Flowers and Bees Stitch Along by, is it Doreen Jones? Doreen Jones from 2022. And I know that that's when I started it, in 2022. And I'm stitching it on 32 count white Lugana. And this is how far I got. Am I doing this 1/1? No, it's not 1/1. Okay. But that's how far I got. Not too shabby, but it could be a lot more, of course. Of course. I'm just mad about the ones that clearly have like one strand of floss. Like, come on, people. Get it together. Get it together. Okay. Honestly, if I come across something that I don't want to stitch anymore, I'm going to tell you, but so far that's not happening. It's just not happening. All right. Up next is Crossword. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. Crossword by Long Dog Samplers, which, do I have a photo? Here's the photo. Nope. Of what it's going to look like when it's done. I love it. Love it. Okay. Now, I am stitching this on 18 count black Aida using various shades of pink DMC. I restarted this. I don't remember when I actually started it, but I restarted it in August of 2020. Now, I think I started this, if I'm not mistaken, I think 2020 was a leap year. Yes. And so this was my leap day start. But I think I didn't understand the rules because I thought it simply meant I have 4 years to finish it. But the way I understand it now is if you're participating in the leap day start, the leap day stitch, then you're going to stitch on it on the 29th of every month and then have 4 years to finish it. So I don't know, but I fell off of that wagon. And anyway, here's what it looks like. And I love it. I love it. I love it. So I think I'm stitching it 1/1. I think when I first started it, I was stitching it 2/1 and I hated it. And so, yes. Okay. It's a beauty. It's a beauty. Am I going to stitch this as part of the leap day? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I have enough going on, as you'll see. I mean, you already see how much I have going on, but there's more. There's more. There's more. Okay. Next up is Autumn Alphabet by Willow Hill Samplings. Gosh, I love this so much. Like, some of these I'm looking at and I'm like, why are you not done with this yet? I started this in May of 2021 as part of, it was one of my Mania starts. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I think it, more than anything else, I believe it is that pumpkin. All of the pumpkins that got me to be like, I have to stitch this. I have to stitch it. So I am stitching it on the called for 32 count Murky Lugana. I only had to make one substitution of floss because I couldn't find it. And here's where it is. Not too shabby, right? Not too shabby. Of course, like, the fabric is everything. But so is the chart. Yes. Let's just say yes. Just say yes. So, yeah. Autumn alphabet. Little Hill Symbols. Okay. Next up is, and this little purple thingy. And, oh, this is Naturally Yours by, it's Naturally Yours, Living with Nature by Mary Engelbright. And I started this Mania 2021. This is from one of the Mary Engelbright books, cross-stitch books that I own. And I really, really, really don't think I have a photo of it. I don't have a photo of the finished piece. I am so sorry. Yeah, I am really sorry about that. But I'm stitching it on 32 count. What does that say? Pink Splash Lugana. I love it. And then what I did was, I really wish I had the cover photo, because what I did was I changed the words to Lift Every Voice and Sing. That's not what the chart originally said. If I could find it and take a photo of it, I'll insert the photo here. But this is how far I got, and I'm very proud of this. It makes me very, very, very happy. And so needless to say, I can't wait until I'm done with that. Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. Did I find it? I found it. This is the cover photo. The goal of life is living in agreement with nature, is what it says. But I changed it to Lift Every Voice and Sing. Right? Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, here's that. Okay. These whips are making me so happy. They're making me so happy. Okay. Next is... I know what it is. This is cute. It's cute. Let's see if I have a project card so that I can speak intelligently about it. This is called Trick or Treat by Doreen Jones. And this is partially what it's going to look like when it's done, because this picture goes on and probably in both directions. But how cute is this? How cute is this? And I started it, let's see. Stitch Mania 2021. And I'm stitching it on 18 count oatmeal Aida that I got from a viewer, actually. And this is how far I got. The Grim Reaper. He's cute. I like him. Yeah. So, yeah. There's that. There is that. If I'm not mistaken, this was a free chart on the Doreen Jones Facebook page. And I tell you guys all the time, follow the designers because they generously give us a lot of really cool free stuff. There's something at the bottom of this bin that I just think is hilarious that it's there. Okay. This is The New Normal by Long Dog Samplers. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Hopefully. And I have no project card. No, silly goose. Why would you have a project card? I'm stitching it on 14 count Touch of Pink Ada. And these are the colors I chose. And this is how far I've gotten. I love my colors. I love my color choices. I love my fabric choice. All I got to do now is get back to it. Yeah. Love it. The new normal. Yep. Next up is True Colors, which is True Colors Pride, Stitch for Pride, and it's by Stitch Life magazine. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Right. And I started this in June of 2021 on 16 count white Ada. And this is how far I got. Yep, I'll get back to it. I will. I will. There's just so many. As you can see, there's just so many. Okay. Next up is... What is this? I don't know. That's by Lila Studio. Nevermore by Lila Studio. And I believe that I won this chart from Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher. I'm so annoyed. You have no idea how annoyed I am with the things that I have no project card in. Okay. Anyway, it's Lugana. It's a lot of Lugana. Oh, I have no idea. It might be Silver Moon. The good thing about it, again, though, is that I do have all of this notated somewhere else. And I have been putting some time in notating all of this stuff on my computer in a spreadsheet. So, that's a promise I made for 2024. So, this is how far I got. Did I show you the photo of it? Maybe not. Maybe not. Am I getting tired? Maybe I am. I don't think I have a photo. What is this? This is a photo of the project. No, it is not. No. I'm so sorry. But if I have one and I can find one, I will insert it here of the project photo. And I'll show you again how far I've gotten on this, looks like 25 count Lugana. I love this. And I absolutely have enjoyed all of the ones that I've seen that other people have finished. It's some kind of a gray Lugana. I don't know. Silver Moon, probably, because I'm kind of obsessed with that fabric. Okay. All right. Next up is, actually, I'm going to do this one. This is the one that slipped down behind everything. It was actually underneath everything. And this one is called Sharing Work. It is Fields. It's from the book Fields of Dixie by Stony Creek. Here's the book. Fields of Dixie by Stony Creek. And the one I'm stitching from this is this one. This one here. Because this made me think of my husband and I. Because he fished a lot and I really enjoy going fishing with him. So to me, that's us. And I'm stitching it on 32 count pink splash Lugana. I started it in Mania 2021. And I'm stitching it... What is this? I'm stitching it 1/2 on this 32 count Lugana. Can you see that? Let me see. What's the best place for me to put it? Right here. Okay. But I'm stitching the hair 2/2 because I love that it gives it that little bit of texture. And as you can see, Mr. Ribbon is almost finished. So I just have to continue on that. I love it. Yeah, I love it. I have so many, I'm very happy that I have like so many stitchy projects that carry so many memories with them. I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. Okay, so the last one in this bucket, bin, whatever you want to call it, is, let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. This is, I don't know. It's a bag within a bag. Oh, Stronger Together. This is the 2021 Backwater Shop Stronger Together Stitch Along. And I hope I have a cover photo. Yes, this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Now, this is the main chart. This is an additional chart. I'm planning on stitching them all together if I ever can get back to this, because I love the way it looks as one. And I did get that idea from another Flosstuber whose name is escaping me right now, and so I'm really sorry about that. But I think I'm stitching it with all of the called for stuff. So let me see what that is, because I don't have a project card in this bag again. Aqua Dyed Effects 14 count Ada by Fabric Flair. Pretty, right? Using all of the called for DMC. And this is how far I got. Needless to say, need to get back to it. I can't believe I have 2 Stronger Together starts and neither of them are finished, but that's okay. It's okay. We have plans. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay. That was the last one in this bin. And so we're going to dive into the next bin. It's going to be so much fun to see what's in this second bin. The first one I already know I worked on fairly recently. And it is, if I could get the, oh darn, if I could get it open. My zipper is stuck. This must be one of the plastic mesh bags that I got from Temu. I'm just saying. I'm not really happy with Temu right now. Oh boy, guys. I'm just going to do this for another second. And then I was going to say, rip it open. Okay. This next project is called Rabbits and Hearts, which was a part of the spring freebies by Whilst Iris Naps. And I started it in November of 2023. And the charts are from 2021, okay? And here they are. This is what they look like. They're so small and so cute. And I started with the bunnies, okay? Rabbits and Hearts. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Lugana, excuse me. Bee's Knees by Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabrics. And I'm using the call for DMC, and I wrote that I put 3 substitutes. So I just used the DMC from my stash. I used what I had, and that's how far I got. Yeah, it's kind of cute. I love the bunnies. I love the bunnies. Okay. So there's that. Again, free chart if you follow the designers. Excuse me. That wanted to come out very badly. Okay, what's next? Next up is, I'm trying to read it through the back because that doesn't make any sense. Midnight at the Pumpkin Patch by Uncanny Kari, which I started in September of 2023. I am stitching this along with Stacy the 911 Stitcher. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Oh, I love it so much. Look at it. I love it. Yes, 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 yes. All the way, yes. And I'm stitching it on 18 count Black Ada. I really do know how to speak English. I do. 18 count Black Ada. And I just substituted the colors from my stash. And this is how far I got. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. Look at the pink back. I don't need anything more than that. Oh, it's so pretty. Midnight at the Pumpkin Patch. Yes. Yes. And this, my friends, is why I stitch every single possible day that I can. All right. Next up, Feels Like Home. Backwater shop, and I started it in 2020. I don't know when. But let's see. Let's see if I have a photo of it. Oh man. Jeez, these things are just so, it's just so bad. Let me flip through this quickly to see if there's a photo. I have a lot of it was a stitch along. So you know how they give you, like, not the whole photo at once? I have a lot of that. So I'll show you the one that I have that's closest to what it's going to look like when it's done. And that's this. Cute, right? That bird has given me life. That house. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so I'm stitching it on 25 count Cloud Lugana with the called for DMC. And I think, well, I made a lot of progress on it, as you can see, and I love it. And I do believe that this is the project that made me feel that I wanted to try 25 count Lugana 1/1, because I would love it if this was smaller. I still love it, but how cute would that be if it was smaller than this? So, yeah, I don't have that much more to do, and I'll be done. Feels like home. Yep. There's just so much goodness. So much goodness. Okay. It's the taking out and putting back that sometimes gets to be a bit much, but it's okay. Next up is Just My Type by It's So Emma for Fat Quarter Shop. I started this February 2021. Here is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I am stitching it on 14 count Graceful Gray Ada. Is it by Fabric Flare? It could be. No, it's not. It's by Wichelt. Graceful Gray Ada. And I am using the called for color and cotton floss. And this is how far I've gotten. Pretty good, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. So not much more. There's a lot. I've gotten a lot done. So there's not that much more to do. That typewriter is kind of a big deal. So I think once I get that typewriter done, I'll be coasting. We'll see. I'm looking at Angel, who is like all the way inside of a bag right now. That bag has been sitting there for quite some time, but he is now all the way inside the bag. Okay, if that makes you happy, Angel. If it makes him happy, then I'm happy. He won't suffocate. Okay, here is the next thing. This is a kind of a cute bag. I don't know why I don't have it with the fancy bags. It's probably because of the size of it. And so, it is Tea Time by Fat Quarter Shop. I honestly... This is one of those moments, guys. I honestly don't remember starting this. Okay? I don't. And I don't have a card that says anything about when or what I'm stitching it on or practically anything. But, yep, you guessed it. One strand of floss. One, yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got. Just another unacceptable start. And that's why I honestly can't remember starting that. Because who can remember when you put a strand of floss in a project and put it away? That's not happening anymore, guys. No more. I'm still trying to see. Like, yeah, I have the information about it elsewhere. I just don't have it in the bag. It's so pretty. Okay. We'll get back to that at some point. Wow. Unacceptable starts. Yeah. You know, it was okay at the time, I suppose, but it just isn't anymore. The next one is Modern Folk Embroideries Move Forward in Love for Pride Sale for 2022. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. No project card. So I'm stitching it on Ada. And I decided it's 14 count Ada, I'm pretty sure. And I decided to stitch everything in black. I'll show it to you again. I'm stitching everything in black except for that center motif, which I will stitch as charted. And so here's my start. I'll get back to it. I will. Okay. Next up is... I have to see what he's doing now. He's so weird. He's fine. Just strange. Oh, wait. I wanted to put my scissors. These are cute scissors, right? So I have scissors in some projects. You may have noticed that I have a needle in just about every project. And I was going to try to take all the needles out of all the projects today, but then I decided not to. But I am, as I go along, I'm starting to take the needles out of my projects because since they're sitting for so long, I just don't want to risk rusting needles in my projects. And I think I'm at that risky part already. All right, so let me put those scissors away. All right, next is Mistletoe Lane by Fat Quarter Shop. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I must say, I almost abandoned this one because I didn't like this tree. I couldn't stand this tree. And so I have, I don't think I started stitching the tree yet, but in my mind, I know what I'm going to do to remedy the problem so that I don't dislike it as much. And so I am stitching it on 25 count overcast Lugana. And I am using, what am I using? I am using, let's see. The Call for DMC threads. And this is how far I've gotten. I've got the whole banner on top done. That was a beast. That was a beast. That was not easy, guys. That was a lot of stitching. Okay, so now I can move on to the rest of the chart. That was a beast. Yeah. But I got it done. Oh, look, there's a project card. How convenient. Nope, that's not a project card. Never mind. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just chatting for no reason. Oh, gosh. Okay. Next up is... Angel is everywhere. I love it. He might make an appearance because he's just so curious about what's going on right now. Okay, what is this? I think I know. This is Wakanda Forever by Bart Dunn, Park Hopper Bart on Gumroad. And I'm probably going to have to insert a photo of what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm stitching it on, I believe this is 18 count Aida. And the reason I think that is because I am using one strand of floss. And this is how far I am. And I am so close to finish that I can't even believe that I ever put this away. I can't even believe it. I'm so close to done. I think there's like one more row of doodads here, maybe. But, yeah. I chose to put it away instead of finishing it. Gosh. Okay, we'll get back to it. At least I know the next time I pull it out, it's going to be done. That helps. That helps a lot. You're like, okay, just one more session. One more session, and it'll be all done. So that makes me happy. Okay, next is... Yeah, I look at them and I know what they're called, but I'm like, that's why I need a project card. And why do I have this in here? I'm not sure. I have some antique white 14 count Aida in this bag just hanging out. We're going to see if we can figure out why that's in there. I don't know why. I have no idea. This is called, let me just pull that out. This is called, I don't know. I don't know. Jeez. I know it's by Alaton Embroidery. Okay, so anyway. That also, of course, means I don't have a cover photo. But I'm stitching it on 16 count black Aida. And this is how far I got. So I love it because I actually love stitching on black fabric because I absolutely love how the colors pop. Yeah. Gosh, I wish I had the name of this, but I don't. And so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you really, really, really want to know, you can either leave me a comment or you can message me and I'll tell you because I do have it listed somewhere. And that goes for anything that I've shown you here today. If I didn't give you the full details and you just absolutely need the full details, you can leave me a comment below or you can email me and I will give you the details because I do have them. I just don't have them in the project bags. And so it looks like this Aida was just hanging out in there for no reason. So we're going to take that out. See, there's reasons. There's reasons. There's really good reasons to do these WIP parades. Very good reasons. Okay, here we go. Next up is... I actually dream about this project from time to time because it may have been one of the first projects that I picked up when I came back to cross stitch. And I haven't stitched on it in a really long time. So, let me see if I even have, like, a name of it. Jeez. I don't even have a name. This is just so shabby. And not in a good way. It's called... It's called the Snow Pals Sampler. It's by Mary Engelbright. It's from one of the Mary Engelbright cross stitch books. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I already know that I'm going to change the wording in the bottom. I don't like it. I may even, it may even still say we wish you a Merry Christmas, but I just don't like back stitch letters. So I can chart it to actually stitch and cross stitches. Maybe. We'll see when we get there, which we don't know when that's going to happen, do we? No, we don't. So I'm stitching this on. I don't know. I don't know whether this is, it may even be 14 count black Ada. 14, it is. It's 14 count black Ada. And, wow, it looks like it's been through the ringer. But, here it is. Here's how far I am. I started in the middle, which, you know, guys, I've learned to not start everything in the middle. And because I'm not even happy with middle starts anymore. But I started in the middle, and that's how far we got. And I'll get back to it. Because, as I said, I dream about this. I dream about this project. And the fact that I haven't stitched on it in so long. Like, it's been a really long time. It might be since, I feel like I started it in 2019 when I came back to cross stitch. I may have stitched on it a little in 2020, but I don't think I've touched it since then. So, it would just be really nice to get that one done. Well, all of them, but, you know, in particular, the older they are, the nicer it would be if we would just get on like that and kind of shit, right? Okay, next. Ooh, this is a big one. It's probably full coverage. Gee whiz. I try not to think about this at all. This is the Better to See You With by the Cross Stitch Studio. Let me see if I have a photo of it, guys. I hope so. I hope so. I am so sorry. But I kind of knew, I was sort of expecting that this was what I was going to run into. Okay, I think I can show you this picture because it's not the chart. It's just how the pages are broken up, and I hope that you could see it. Let me see how it looks on camera. There it is, full coverage. The Better to See You With by the Cross Stitch Studio. I absolutely am obsessed, and I feel like this is one of those, when I pick it up the next time, I may not want to put it down. I'm stitching it on with 22 count, I can't believe these notes that I put down. 22 count something. It might be jubbling. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it at all. So let's see how far, let me tell you, I didn't get much done on this at all. And a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it is due to the fact that I don't like this fabric. 22 count antique white hardanger. That's my start. So, going forward, it's not too late to change my fabric. And I think I want to change it to a gridded fabric because I'm just not experienced enough to stitch full coverage pieces on non-gridded fabric. I've tried gridding it myself and all those things. None of that is working. It's been a little discouraging, but I know that there's help. I know that I can use gridded fabric, pre-gridded fabric. So when I pick this back up, it's going to be a restart on gridded fabric, most likely 25 count Lugana 1/1. That's what I think is going to happen there. But you know, it's just like with anything, you live and learn. Like I haven't really done full coverage, not much, you know, and I've certainly never completed one, and so it's a learning process. So there we go. I love the chart. I'm not giving up on it. I just have to figure out how I could stitch it in a way that makes me happy. Okay, next up is the Lucky Nutcracker by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which was a mystery stitch along that I started in September of 2021. Please let there be a picture. I will say, if I thought that I needed to like go back and hunt down photos and such, I may not be doing this WIP Parade. But I didn't want to let things like that stop me from doing a WIP Parade at all. So, let's see. In here, there may be, that's a good photo. That's another good photo. They're not, none of these are complete photos, which is the issue here. But I will show you what I have. Okay. I will show you what I have. Here we go. The Lucky Nutcracker. That's most of it. You can see the blurred out area here. I don't have that photo. So, let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm stitching this on 16 count white Aida, and I'm using the flosses that were included in the kit. These are all the kit flosses. Okay. And this is how far I got. And let me tell you, it was just another frustrating situation for me because I believe I took the entire time of the stitch along to stitch this tree. It's crazy. It's craziness. It's craziness, I tell you. But at least the tree is done now. So as far as I'm concerned, the rest of it is smooth sailing. That tree was a beast for me. And I'm still missing a couple of ornaments. It's all right. I'll get back to it. I still like it. I still like it. There's no abandonment there. I have so much paper. Yeah. It'd be nice when I get back to this to, you know, like actually when I get back to these different projects, my intent is to, you know, like go through them really and get rid of what I don't need. Put some cover photos maybe in there. Another thing that hasn't been too troublesome so far, I think, is that, you know, I'm trying to be more mindful of handling the fabric edges from the fraying. I think I started out the year good, and then I kind of lost it because I got lazy again. So up next is none other than Pandemic by Long Dark Samplers. And for the most part, many of us are very familiar with that. So familiar, in fact, that I don't have a cover photo. That is so silly. That's so annoying. But anyway, I'm stitching it on 28 count wheat Lugana. And I am, let me just show you what it looks like at this moment. I'm in love with this thing. This is my own version of a variegated floss. I'm just using, I think it's probably 6 or 7 different colors of DMC in pink. And I'm just putting them basically wherever the mood strikes me to put them. I'm trying to do the creatures in this color. And so this will also be a joy to get back to. If I tell you how much dust flew out of this project, you would not believe. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible. But yeah, this totally is a project that, gosh, I'm so looking forward to getting back to. I'm really looking forward to getting back to that. Okay, but I'm not gonna, and I did not, I'm pretty sure I started that in 2020 because that's when the chart was released. I got it when it was first released and therefore it was free. I got it like immediately. I started it like immediately. I just don't have that information inside the project bag. Next up is Bats and Booze by the Fat Quarter Shop. It was a stitch along. See how I see how I'm such a team player. I joined every stitch along. And I know that I started this July, I don't know. Oh, July 2021. Yes. And let's see if I have a picture. Let's see if I have a photo, guys. I hope so. I hope so. I'm really starting to think I should have done a better job of preparing. Okay, here's the photo. I think. Yes. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. So see how cute that is with the bats? Of course, I had to stitch that. I just couldn't keep up. It's okay. And I'm stitching it on 14 count Icelandic gray Ada using, I think I'm using DMCs. Let's see. Yes, I'm using the call for DMCs. So here we go. Ta-da! I got kind of a quarter done. Oh, man. Help me, help me, help me. Help me. I'm okay. I'm really okay. You don't need to send help because I have, you know, if you've been here for a little bit, you know, I've redone my rotation, which is allowing me to get many more stitches in a project each time I pick it up, and which is what I think needs to happen. Even if it leaves some projects languishing, I'm okay with that. I just need to get more stitches in each project. This is the last one in the bins, guys. We are getting there. Okay. This one is, oh boy, All Cats Are Gray in the Night by Elucian on Facebook. I got it free on Facebook. I believe it is available on Etsy right now, but I'm not positive. Okay, so here is what it's going to look like when it's done. And believe me, guys, I started this chart before I even had a cat. I didn't even have Angel yet. It's just beautiful. Jeez, it's gorgeous. So I'm stitching it on 14 count black Aida using DMC floss. And so this is how far I've gotten. I'll put something behind it. Let's see. Okay, this is the top. I have a safety pin. Brilliant. I have a safety pin in it to show me where the top is, right? And that's how far I've gotten. Oh gosh, it is gorgeous. Except I did get off. I'm off somewhere. I'm off. And of course became extremely frustrated by that. And so, yes, when I pick it back up, I'm going to sit down and take my time and figure out what went wrong, because you absolutely must know that I have to have this hanging on my wall. I have to. All cats are gray in the night. And I started this in September of 2021. Yep. And that's when I was doing my new month, new start situation. So that's the last one in that bin, guys. So we're on to what I'm considering my daily rotation. There are so many WIPs in this rotation that need to be dealt with. That it's almost funny at this point, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what's there. Okay, a lot of these you would have seen pretty recently, but there's quite a few of them that I haven't touched in a while, because I'm trying to again focus on the things that I'm stitching on so that I can get a significant amount of stitches in them. Okay, so the first one I want to show you is No Time Like the Present. It is the 2024 Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along. Right, okay. And I'm stitching this on 32 count Trent Lugana from Grace Notes Fabrics. And this is how far I've gotten. I started this January 1st, 2024. Like, look at those colors. I love them. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay. So, that's the first one. Sorry. Using your time to put my things away. The next one that I have is Santa's House by Cottage Garden Samplings. It's part of the Fabulous House series. It's the first one in that series, which I'm planning to stitch each one on 32 count Silver Moon Lugana. And here is what it's going to look like when it's done. And here is where I am so far. Here it is. Here's my start. And I kind of love it. I couldn't tell if that was the front or the back. And I kind of love it. So as I said, I'm in love with these houses. I'm in love with this series. I'm so happy that I have it on auto ship, so that I don't miss a thing. And I'm going to be stitching all of them on the same fabric unless something, unusual happens that makes me want to change the fabric. The next one in the daily rotation is Going to Grandma's by Praiseworthy Stitches, which is a stitch along that I'm doing with Table 4 from the Queen City Stitch Retreat. And that is Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher, Amber Rogue Mama Stitcher, Sarah Memphis Sarah E, Bernadette from Burn Stitches, and darn it, I always forget one person. I see you, but I can't say your name at the moment. I apologize. I shouldn't have. Anyway, this is how it's going to look when it's done. It is the cutest thing ever. And I'm so happy to be stitching with my table mates. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana. Surprise, surprise. And this is the how far I've gotten so far. Now they had a Zoom recently that I missed because my daughter had just given birth. So I couldn't attend that one. So this is how far I am, and I love it. I got that whole roof done. I'm now working on the interior of the house, and I love it. So yeah, this is in my daily rotation, and I also stitch on it anytime the girls want to Zoom and chat and stitch. I'm going to have to fix that card. Okay. All right. Next in that arsenal is... Let me take from the back and see if that looks... Yeah, it might. This is Christmas Eve by Prairie Schooler. Which I started in 2021. Okay, I'm hesitating because I'm not sure why it's in my daily rotation unless it's because I was trying to focus on Christmas and autumn and Halloween things. Okay, I'm not sure, but okay, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Stitching it on, okay, where's the photo? Sorry, guys. Prairie Schooler, Christmas Eve. Here it is. It's what it's going to look like when it's done. I may or may not add more reindeer to copy my friend Deb, who did that, and whose result I thought was brilliant. And here I am now. Now, I must say, it doesn't seem to be as troublesome at all to stitch the reindeer, so I may keep going. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm stitching this on 16 count Graceful Gray Ada. I think I said this, but I'm going to say it again. And I started it in August of 2021. Nice. Okay. Cool. And again, like I said, I'm not sure why this is in my daily rotation right now. I wonder, okay, let me think with me for a second, guys. I'm thinking I'm going to take this out of the daily rotation right now while it's in my hand and put it away. But I'm reaching to see what it is, what else it is I've shown you, and if I want to do the same thing. So, you can just, help me think this through. Okay, Martafolk embroidery we keep. Santa's house we keep. And going to Grandma's we keep. Okay. All right, I'm going to take Prairie Schooler out of the rotation. All right, next up is a black belt sampler by Marumi Crafts, who charted this in response to something I said on my Flosstube. And I absolutely love it. I love the adaptation of it. And I am stitching it on 16 count touch of pink Aida using the called for DMC. And this is how far I've got. I love it. I love it. I don't have that much more to do. And Miriam even pointed out that, like, as far as this border is concerned, like, you just stitch as much of it as you want to stitch, because that's the whole point. I have a black belt in partial arts. Love it. Love it so much. So, we have that. Daily rotation. Daily rotation is usually the projects that it's like I can't put this away. I have to finish it. And so it's just in my daily rotation until it's done. Next one is Saga Long Bug Samplers. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is the largest charted long dog to date. And that is the reason why it is in my daily rotation. Because the date of Julia, the designer, put a date in here. I can't find it now. I believe the date 2027 is in here. And I thought, oh, okay, here it is. Here it is, 2027. Can you see that? So I thought that is a good projected finish date, but that means I have to actually be stitching on it. So it's in my daily rotation for that reason. Okay, I don't think I showed it to you, did I? I'm not getting tired. You're getting tired. Oh boy, I'm stitching it on 25 count Lugana white. 1/1, and this is how far I've gotten so far. I started this in September of 2023. So far, I am loving it. I added the green accents because I'm obsessed with that color these days, and the rest is in DMC Black 310. Okay. How hilarious was that I didn't even show you the project before? I tossed it aside. It's okay. Next, in my daily rotation. This is in a bag by... Oh, I know who this is by. This is by Pages and Stitches. Kelly. She gave me this at the Queen City Retreat. And I cherish it. And so what is in here is the Queen City. Jesus. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out. I'll be right with you. I promise. This is Retreat Queen by Nora Corbett, who designed this exclusively for the Queen City Stitch Retreat in 2023. But it is now available on the Queen City Stitch Retreat website for free. And I don't have a cover photo to show you, but I'm stitching it on 32 count Nora, get it? Which was exclusively dyed by Grace Knows Fabric for the retreat. And I am using all of the called for flosses, including some silks that were given to us as part of the kit. And I'm loving her. I'm loving her so much. And you will see as we go on, I am knee deep in Fancy Ladies. Knee deep and loving it. Knee deep in Fancy Ladies and loving it. Yes, indeed. Okay. That was a bit much. Okay. Okay. Next in my daily rotation. Oh boy. Oh, I can't believe that my daughter had another birthday, yet another birthday, and I have not yet finished this chart. It's craziness. It is Stationary Attic by Little Dove Designs. Yeah, I started it in 2021. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like when it's done, except we changed all the colors. She's never seen this, I don't think, but we were able to change all the colors over the phone. And so it's all her favorite colors. And so I'm stitching it on 14 count, pale gray gingham Aida, and I'm using DMC and Gentle Arch threads. And here we are. Can I finish this, please? That's why it's in my daily rotation. Can I finish it, please? I just want to finish. I may have to make it a focus piece again, because I need to finish this. Enough already. Enough already. I can't believe her birthday just came and went and I'm still not done. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to make that a focus the next time I touch it. Let's see if I can remember that, huh? Okay. Next up is Cedric by Shaded Stitchery, which I started in August of 2023. It was charted in the in commemoration of the 50th anniversary of hip hop. A lot of this has a lot of significance to me, and so yeah, and so this is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And this is how far I've gotten. I'm stitching it on 22 count. That 22 count Hardinger that I don't like, I'm stitching it on that, and it seems to be going just fine. And this is how far I've gotten. These words, I think, were charted in black, but I wanted to chart them in a dark, I wanted to stitch them in a dark gray so that it looks more like the graphite of a pencil. So that is Cedric. Daily rotation, because it's very important to me. It needs to get done. Okay, the next thing in the daily rotation is the Evergreen Mystery Stitch Along by Fat Quarter Shop. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Right? I'm stitching it on 14 count natural Aida with the called for classic colorworks. This is how far I've gotten. That's a lot, and I'm pleased with it. And so this is coming out of the daily rotation and getting put away until next time. We have just made an executive decision on the spot. That was easy. Okay. Next up is it's called Next Door by Heartstring Samplery. And I am stitching this for my sister, Pat. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Butternut Lugana by Seraphim Hand Dyed Fabrics. Oh my gosh. Using the DMC conversion. And here it is. I love it so much. I can't wait to finish this and give it to her. Oh, I love it so much. Yes, because I wish you lived next door. I really do. I really, really do. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, next up, and the daily rotation. It's gonna fall, but you know what? If it falls, I think I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm not gonna panic. Oh, here's one. And a Fat Quarter Shop fancy bag. Oh, this is the Itch to Stitch by October House Fiber Arts, which I started March of 2023. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I believe I'm stitching this as part of my hashtag 2023 market sale. And now we're getting ready for market 2024. That's fine with me. That's absolutely fine with me. I'm stitching it on 32 count Freeze Lugana by Atomic Ranch using the Call for Classic Colorworks. And I mean, honestly, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Look at that fabric. Yep, that's why it's still in the daily rotation. It won't be much longer now, and we'll be done. And we're going to talk about market just a little bit at the end of this. Not a lot, because this is long enough as it is. I know. Okay, next up, daily rotation. Ready? Sushi cat. Did someone say sushi? Of course, I'm stitching that for my sweet angel. And I'm stitching it on, it's a kit from Design Works. And I'm stitching it on 14 count Aida using the kit floss. And this is how far I've gotten. Not too much more. Well, we'll see. It's kind of a lot. Maybe not. We'll see. I love it. I love the colors. I love the way it's stitching up. I love everything about it. And I rotate between calling the sushi cat and say sushi. So it's one of those. It's one of those. All right. Here's another Pat bag. Isn't that fancy? That's so fancy. So fancy. And this is called Animal Faces Hippo by KEB Studio Creations. You guys may know that I've been really struggling with this. And I still don't know why, other than to say that maybe it's because I'm stitching it on like an 18 count. I'm pretty sure this is 18 count black Ada. Yeah, it is. It's an 18 count black Ada. And I'm pretty sure that's why I'm having such a hard time. But there he is. There he is. It's supposed to be a gift for a friend. I hope she gets it this year. It's in my daily rotation. There's not much more I could do other than become a monogamous stitcher. And if I were to become a monogamous stitcher again, I'm just going to say this is not the project that I would be stitching on monogamously. So I hope she gets it this year is all I can say about that. Okay. Next up. I think this is a pat bag. It looks like a pat bag. All right, so this is none other than Rosina Dizery, which I started in April of 2022. It's by Works by ABC. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. Of course, the color of the fabric is not anywhere near what the picture looks like. It's just, this is how my printer chose to print it that day. I'm stitching it on 32 count Earthen Lugana by Picture This Plus using the called for DMC. And this is how far I've gotten. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm currently working still, I think, on this top border, which is 1/1. And I'm still in love. So, it's in my daily rotation because it is a must. I can't believe that I started it in April of 2022. So, let's put some things in perspective. Let's get a move on, huh? Let's get a move on, Denise. Why don't we? Okay. Okay. No pressure. Never. Okay, here's another. Okay, now, this one, I know that I've definitely made a point that it's going to be, this is definitely going to be a focus project the next time I pick it up. And that is because this is Shimanchu Rabbit by Laura Checo of Tarsha Stitches here on YouTube. I started it in February of 2023 for the Lunar New Year, which was the year of the rabbit. I didn't finish it in 2023. That's making me mad. So I'm like, well, I gotta finish it. So like I said, when I pick it up next time, it's going to be a focus project because I got to get it done. I have not yet found a project for Year of the Dragon that I want to stitch on, and that's bothering me. But I'm stitching this on 27 count. Let me show you the picture. I don't think I have a picture. Okay. I'm stitching it on 27 count yellow Linda fabric, which I love, and using the called for DMC. And this is how far it is. And I'm going to finish it because I need to display it because 2023 is done and I need to move on to 2024. Okay. Am I starting to rant here? Is my attitude changing? So I have an attitude problem? I think so. I think I have an attitude problem at this point. Okay, so here we go. What's next? It's not easy looking at all the stuff you didn't finish that you started. Easy. Okay, You Are So Loved by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm stitching this for my granddaughter as part of my For Your Daughter sale. And so the other one that I showed you that's actually for my actual daughter, is also part of the hashtag For Your Daughter sale. You Are So Loved. And I'm stitching it on 16 count white Aida. Using DMC for my stash. And that's how far I got. It's okay. That's gonna say loved when I finish stitching it. Okay, so yeah. It's in my daily rotation. It'll get done. It'll get done. All right. Next up is in this beautiful Mickey Mouse bag. And what I have in here, of course, it's, Christmas. And it's Roly Poly Toys, which is from the 2004 Better Homes and Gardens Cross Stitch Christmas magazine. I have the magazine right here. In case you're interested in purchasing the magazine somewhere on the secondary market. I'm sure you can. And I am stitching, the Roly Poly Santas. Oh boy. Let's see. I don't think that I made a copy of the actual photos, so that's why I want to show them to you in the magazine. Okay, here they are. Roly Poly Toys. Okay. They're so cute. And I think there are... And it's by Ursula Michael, by the way. Did I say that? No, I didn't. This is by Ursula Michael. Which I'm not even sure that I knew that until just now. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I believe I finished 1, 2 of them. I believe this is the very first one of them that I finished. And then this is the second one that I finished. Of course, I don't want to fully finish them until I finish them all. That's the second one. And here's the third one that I am currently working on. Okay, so those are Roly Poly Toys, and it's in my daily rotation. And guess what's getting ready to happen? Yes, I am getting ready to take this out of my daily rotation. There's no need for it to be in there right now. Nope. Nope, this is a holdover from when I was doing that craziness of, trying to I was trying to get something finished for either the fall or Christmas, and it didn't work. Okay, let's take it out of there. Let's make room. Let's make room. Here's another one. This is Autumn by the Cricket Collection. Same idea. It's in here because I was trying to get something finished before the end of the year, and that plan did not work. But this is what it's going to look like when it's done. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm stitching it on 18 count oatmeal Aida using the call for flosses. I started it October of 2021. And this is how far I've gotten. Okay. Now, the one thing I did want to point out is this pumpkin. On the chart, the pumpkin has a jack-o'-lantern face that I'm not happy with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I decided that at least for the initial stitching of it, that I would just leave the face off. And then I can go back some other time and figure out what I'm going to do with the face. So, again, because this was part of that frenzy, this is now being officially taken out of the daily rotation because there's no need for that. We are making some progress here. Some changes and things, which I didn't anticipate. Okay, this next one is, okay. The next three here are things that I have not even started. So I am not going to include those in this WIP Parade because I have not even started them. But what I am going to move on to is what I am actually currently working on right now as focus projects to get some stitches in them and get them moving along. So what I'm going to do is first talk about the projects that I worked on that I finished the amount of days of stitching on them that I wanted to, and so now they can move on to either the daily rotation or back into the WIPs. And so the first one that I have is Moveless Spring by Lindy Stitches, which was part of the Move the Merrier situation. And I started this January of 2024, this year. And I am stitching it on 18 count oatmeal Aida. Let me see if I can show you without showing you the chart. Here we go. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. I think that this cow is absolutely adorable. Adorable. So, this was from 2021. I did make a note on the back to myself. It's from 2021, but I started it in 2024 on 18 count oatmeal Aida. And I'm using the provided DMC conversion. And this is how cute she looks. She is absolutely adorable. I love it. This is adorable. Okay, so I put a few days of stitching in on her. And so now she is going to go back into WIPs. And yes, that's how that happens with the smalls. That's how it happens. That's exactly how it happens. Okay, she's going back into WIPs. Okay, let's put that over here. The next thing that I did work on and put several days of stitching into was Christmas Time by Backwater Shop. This was a previous WIP I pulled, and I needed to get some stitches in on that. And so I started this in June of 2022. And I'm stitching it on 14 count natural Aida using, excuse me, the Call for Classic Colorworks threads. And oh my goodness, I think I got a lot done. A lot. When I last stitched on this and showed it to you guys, I believe I had only this top part right here done. So I am very happy with that. Very happy with that. So this could now go back into WIPs as well. I'm very happy about that. Back into WIPs. And then I put some stitches in on, and this may even be it may have been a new start since I saw you last, because I started this on January 21st. I'm pretty sure. Okay, anyway, it is Sakura by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And here she is in all of her beauty. And I'm stitching this as it's not really a stitch along for the retreat, but they have like featured charts that people are stitching on who are attending the Queen City Retreat 2024, because Autumn Lane Stitchery is the featured guest. But I didn't want to stitch either of those, so I chose Sakura, which had been on my wish list for a very long time. So as I said, I started her on January 21st, and I'm stitching her on 32 count Amanda linen. Can we hear linen by Grace Notes Fabrics, using the cloth for DMCs. And look at this beauty. Can you look at this beauty? I love this so much. I had to frog part of it over here because I, of course, was all in the wrong place. So now I believe it is correct. I hope so. I hope so. Okay, and so this is going to go into the daily rotation because I want to get some significant work on her. If not finished, I want to get some significant work done on her before the retreat in October. So that's Sakura. Daily rotation. Where do I put you? I'm going to put you right there. Okay. Okay, what else? So these are the things that I've really been focusing on, and I still have, like, a few days left to stitch on them. The first one is African American Father Christmas by Alma Lynn. I started this, August of 2022. I find that so hard to believe, but if I can't believe my own notes, then what can I believe? The entire kit was gifted to me by my friend Pat. Yes, the same Pat with the project bags. And it's using all of the DMC and Petite Treasure braid. And did I show you a picture? No, I did not. This is what he's going to look like when he's done. It's fabulous. He's fabulous. I'm stitching him on 32 count Platinum Lugana. And here is how far I've gotten. And this is like his coat, part of his coat. And this is like the pom-pom on his hat. So I'm moving up so that I can move down. And because that's the way I stitch when I start, when I do a middle start. That's the way I like to stitch it. And so this is going to remain a focus project until I have completed the amount of days stitching it that I want. And I think that I want to stitch this, I believe I decided to stitch it for 7 days. So I should get quite a bit done in that amount of time. It won't be a finish, but I'll get a lot done. So the next one that I'm focusing on is absolutely Charlotte by Mirabilia, which you may all be very familiar with. I've been stitching on her for a while. And I started her in August of 2022. And I'm stitching her on 32 count Cecil by Seraphim Fabrics. And I'm using all of the call for DMC, but I did a hair and skin conversion, and I work on her every Monday for Mirror Monday. And here she is. The progress that I'm making on this, in my opinion, is just incredible. I love this dress. I love this chart. I love stitching fancy ladies. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I just can't get enough. I can't get enough. So I have Retreat Queen. I have Charlotte. I have Sakura. Like, yeah. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this. All right. And we are down to the wire. We are almost done. We're almost done. Almost done. Because this is actually the last one. This is More Fancy Ladies. This is Red by Mirabilia. Here she is. This is what she's going to look like when she's done. And I am, of course, doing a I'm just doing a skin conversion because I feel like her hair is perfect. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Amanda linen by Grace Knows Fabrics, using the call for flosses and beads. I started her on January 25th, 2024, and this is how far I've gotten. She is going to be absolutely stunning, and I'm so happy. I'm just so happy with it. I'm so happy with that. And so, believe it or not, that's it. That's all of the WIPs. You've seen everything. I don't know if anybody was counting. If you were counting, please let me know what the number is, because I wasn't counting. And I am going to be back I think I'm going to be back in 2 weeks with a regular Flosstube video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. And I really do hope that you enjoyed this WIP Parade. And I will see you in a couple of weeks with an update. Peace. You crying?
Give me a kiss. She's so small. She's only 6 inches.
She has this. She's a huge dimple.
Oh my god. I can't believe this is happening right now. This is like so surreal. What time is it?
Are you asking what time is it now?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good.
What time was she born?
107. Remember we saw her?
Oh yeah.
When you check in downstairs,
They said it.
they put up her information.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I'll take a look. Did we do baby meds? Not yet. Not yet. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we will. Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't see him charted. So I just
Sure.
wanted to check.
Yeah.
Hey there. How's it going? Hi. My name's Stephanie.